Alright, welcome to the first race of the Cubecar playoffs, the postseason. We're finally here. The regular season is done, and the postseason is upon us here at our first race of this 10 race stretch of the playoffs. So, let me run it down a little bit real quick before we get started. Every cube that has currently made the playoffs will have a blue banner on the front here as we take a look at Trolling and Veer right here. These are our two front row sitters that have the blue banner. When they get to, if they lock themselves into the next round, and if a cube in the playoff wins a playoff race, they will automatically lock themselves into the next round, which means they will not have to worry about the next two races. Which in this round isn't that bad because after this is South Boston and Nashville, so not too bad of a stretch. When they advance to the next round, those banners will become green. And for the round of 8, the banners will become yellow. And then for the final round, they'll become red. So that'll show how far they've advanced into the playoffs. So maybe when we get back to the final round, we can look back on the ones that were eliminated first. But now that we're here at the Rockingham Speedway, my actual home track, I mentioned that Charlotte was my home track, but no, this is my actual home track. I literally passed by it today when I went to go run an errand. That's how close it is to me, but we're getting ready to race here today as we look at today's starting lineup for today's race here at Rockingham. Row 1, like I said, Trolling and Fear, looking to win and get into the next round, which is the round of 12. Row 2, Jinx and Miku looking to pick up, just to do anything in this postseason because they're not at any chance to win the championship. Row 3, Gun and Lightning McQueen. Row 4, Playoff Drivers Raccoon and Squid Games. Row 5, Dumbcat and No Maidens. Row 6, Meloetta and Daisy. Row 7, Hubris and Among Us. Row 8, Donkey Kong and BV. Row 9, Doge Cube and Raceland. Row 10, Amori Cube and Dragalia Lost. Row 11, Amori Jr. and Hee Hee Ha. Row 12, Igus and the Racer. Row 13, Chow and Shadow. Row 14, Goots and Sheepmobile. Row 15, Sanic and Cubendorf. Row 16, Eggdog and Melee Fox. Row 17, Packmobile and Squidward. Row 18, Cole and Imposter. Row 19, Sands Club and Retro. Row 20, Bloodclot and Bob the Builder. And rounding out the field today is Pecorine in the 18. Once again, starting last.
Drivers.
197 laps at this short track.
Start your engine!
It is a 1 mile D-shaped oval. You can see the start-finish line is a little off-center, but it is mainly symmetrical. I mean, this little section right here is a bit longer than this little section. I think the pace car just hit the wall. We're about to go racing for some chaos here at Rockingham Speedway. Backstretch known as Thunder Alley down here. At Vegas, it's known as the Nellis Straightaway. At Darlington, it's called the Boeing Backstretch. And here, it is known as Thunder Alley, where many heartbreaks and dreams have come true. Dreams have come true and heartbreaks have happened, especially with that flip by Carl Long in 2004. That was a nasty one for sure. You don't really see flips like these, or flips like those at tracks like these. But we could see some flips here today. We could see some action, some high-octane racing, and we're ready to go for 197 of them here at Rockingham Speedway. And the green flag is out, and we are racing at the Rock. Oh, someone just blew. Oh my God! Fear just blew up on lap 1. Are you kidding me? No, that is not how he's. Oh, he's coming back up the track into Packmobile, into Squidward, and Colin, So Retro, and Bloodclot are all going to be collected. And oh wow, that is not how you want to start the playoffs. Unbelievable. On lap 1? Are you kidding me? And that collected Squidward too, who is another playoff contender who started deep in the field. And Cole's stuck on the banking down there, but oof. That is not the way you want to start your... Oh my God, the 43 had an issue too. That is... I forget who the 43 is off the top of my head. Wait, 43. That's a 43 or 45? Oh, the Raccoon's got a problem too. Already, we've got 3 playoff drivers with issues on lap number 2. Rockingham is not wanting to show mercy at all here today. We are already under caution. We didn't even get to complete a lap. We did complete a lap, and now we're under yellow again, but yikes. I saw smoke when they were heading into turn 1, and Fear just said, no, I'm not racing today. Wow. That is wild. But now Trolling is going to be your leader after that caution. Looks like the people who have pitted are already pitting for damage repair. Looks like they're going to try and get back out there. Looks like Pac-Mobile's actually going to be back in the race. But man, that's not good for Squidward or for Fear. I believe Fear is already DNF. Yes, he is. Wow, lap 1 retirement for the 13 of Fear after blowing an engine in turn 1 and bringing out the first caution of the day. Wow. Just wow. Pulling no punches. The Rock does, that's for sure. I don't even know. I mean, the cautions here aren't going to be very long because this track is pretty short, so we've already had some playoff dramas. We've already had 3 playoff contenders technically with issues, although Raccoon has not come down pit road yet for his apparent suspension issues, so far so good, I guess. Who knows, maybe Trolling can actually cap off a win here today, but McQueen and Miku are now 2nd and 3rd. Those two have been abysmal all season during the regular season, but maybe they can pull something off in the playoffs. Both of them are pretty proficient in short tracks, so who knows. Then you got No Maidens, who won at Martinsville, another short track, earlier this year. You got Jinx and Meloetta, who've also been good at short tracks. Raccoon, who won at Milwaukee. No, it's not Milwaukee, it was Richmond. Then you've got Squid Games, who did not win a short track, but is also pretty decent at them, but yikes. Not the way you want to start a race like that. That's for sure. I believe we'll be going to 1 to go this time by. Looks like Squidward's going to stay in the race, but he's probably going to be slow. In fact, all of the keeps that were involved are probably going to be slow. So Blood Kaleidoscope, Retro, Pac-Mobile, and Squidward. And Cole is still on pit road. Actually, did he retire? I think he did. No, he's still on pit road. Or is he coming on pit road now? Did he retire? Oh yeah, he's back. He's right here. So he's still going to race. So we only had 1 retirement from that wreck, which was the one to keep that blue in engine. He's out with accident damage. No surprise there. But hopefully we can actually get some racing here at the Rock. Who knows? I don't even know anymore. But ooh, that low quality sign back there did not look that great. But since Cole's a lap down, he will restart on the inside lane, so everyone else will be taking the outside, but probably will go back to the inside. But now we're properly going to get this race back underway here at the Rock. The green flag is back out. Jinx got an amazing restart. He goes to the inside. He's going to try and get around No Maidens here. Now 31 goes to the bottom. He's going to be slowed up by Cole, who is so damaged from that first crash. The regular season here champion back there, Hubris, is trying to make up some spots after she lost some, after Fee lost that engine right in front of her. Sent her up the track and up to the middle. This is a very darty track, so we're not going to be surprised to see some wrecks here. Oh, wow, Jinx staying in front of Meloetta here, trying to keep his spot, but Meloetta's going to run the middle line with Daisy on the inside as they're going to run 3 wide out of turn 2 and into Thunder Alley. Oh, running door to door basically with Daisy as Daisy goes way down the bottom past Meloetta. Now trying to go for a gun in the 47. Almost gets on the apron. I believe she did for a second. They're getting real desperate to get some positions early on here. They're getting real squirrely too, so who knows if they'll actually get ahead. But Trolling actually getting with a decent lead. So yeah, Squidward falling behind quite a bit compared to the keeps that have damage. So yeah, he's going to be in a real big hole after today's race. But McQueen runs 2nd, Miku runs 3rd, No Maidens and Raccoon move up to 4th and 5th. Daisy's actually passed her teammate who's a lap down for 6th. And then Gun to 7th, Among Us to 8th. Meloetta falls back to 9th, and there's 4 playoff cubes right here altogether. Hubris, Amori Sr., Igus, and Squid Games all run the bottom trying to get some spots up here. Yeah, Trolling has already checked out ahead of the field right now. He is just winging it. Has not won he's the only cube in the playoffs who did not win a single race to get in. He made it in off of points alone. He was like 80-something points above the cutoff line. And the reason, and the racer having the issue in the final race of the season have allowed him to get in. If he didn't have that bad race, then Trolling would have not made it into this one. And if Bob the Builder had not held off Donkey Kong for the win, he wouldn't have been in, so... He's definitely grateful to be in this field for sure, but maybe he could pull off a win here today and get in and lock himself into the round of 12, which is probably the most daunting round of them all because it's got Pigs Creek and a couple of other tracks that are pretty... In Iowa, Pigs Creek, and I forget what the other one is. Oh, it's Charlotte Roval. So 3 tracks that are very dangerous, so that one's going to be a doozy for sure. No Maidens gets around Daisy as Raccoon falls back a little bit. Now Gun and Raccoon going to go at the bottom lane here. Raccoon's going to try and pass Daisy here on the inside as they go through lap 13. Huber's just chilling in 9th. Now Maury Sr. and Igus battling it out for 11th behind DK. And his Doge keeping the 00, making up some spots since the start. There's 3 more playoff drivers, Eggdog, Squid Games, and Hee 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 Haw, and Sheepmobile back there going at it. Sanic in the 06, not doing too bad either, but still not doing great in terms of where he is compared to the other playoff drivers. Jagaya Lost not doing too good, neither is Bob the Builder. And Squidward's still falling off with the damage he got. Is McQueen gaining on Trolling? No, he's not. He electric was slower, much slower that time than Trolling was. Lost 3/10 on him that lap. But now Miku's under fire from the 45 of Raccoon. Can the 45 get to the inside and pass her here? Oh, he goes way down the bottom. But she slides up the track, and now he's got a bit of a run into 4. Side by side with a 72 for the 4th place, actually 3rd place spot. He's going to barely get it there. No, he did not. Still going to be side by side with Miku. Now here comes No Maidens in 31. Trying to get up front. Raccoon slides back a little bit, but now Daisy... Ooh, McQueen slides up the track quite a bit. He's going to lose a lot of momentum there. And now Raccoon trying to pass him for the 2nd place spot. Here comes Daisy in the 44. Looking to get to 2nd. Yeah, McQueen lost like a whole second there after messing up turn 4. He's probably got an issue or something. And Raccoon dives to the bottom, but McQueen goes down to block the bottom successfully, but he's going to slide up the track a little bit. Here comes Raccoon to the bottom, trying to make the move. He gets around him this time by in Thunder Rally, and here comes Daisy to the bottom as well. She's going to pass him. He's definitely got a problem. He is fighting to take control of that cube as he falls back more and more positions to Gun, No Maidens, and now BV, and Hubris, and DK, so he's losing a lot of spots right now. He's going to need to make some big adjustments to stay in the field. Oh yeah, he is dropping back like a rock on that outside line. At the rock, haha. But Raccoon and Daisy have a long way to go to catch up to the 33 before they can pass him. Trolling led the first lap of the race, so he's led every lap so far in this event. Ooh, very close contact there with Daisy. They didn't really gain that much that lap, but they are definitely much faster than the 95 was, as he's losing more and more spots, and now he's under fire from the 2 of Amori Sr. Daisy gained a little bit on that last lap. She's trying to get as much of the headway as she can now that she passed McQueen. She's got 2 angry cubes behind her trying to gain some positions. Raccoon now the second highest playoff cube. Hubris now moves the 3rd highest. Then No Maidens in 4th. 5th is Amori Senior. 6th is Doge Cube. 7th is Igus. 10th, 8th is Sanic. Then Sheepmobile. Then Squid Games. Eggdog. Hee Hee Ha. Then Dragalia Lost. Then Bob the Builder. And the only playoffs cube out of the race is the 13 of Fear, as Squidward is now getting caught up to by the 33 of Trolling, who is actually losing some ground to Daisy. She closed the gap a little bit that time by, but she lost some time as Trolling was faster that lap. She's losing even more time now. And Trolling is going to have to deal with the 10 of Squidward, who's holding him up a little bit. He has to go way up the track to try and pass him. And he's still getting held up by the 10. As the 10 continues to block, sends him up the track a little bit. How much is Daisy going to gain from that one? Gained almost a whole second off of that. So the 10 is doing the best he can to try and stay on the lead lap. But Trolling is there. He cannot pass him, though. He's having a really hard time passing the 10. And Daisy's coming really quick. Now he makes a move to the inside. Can he pass the 10 here? He gets around him now, and he gets past Squidward. But he's already lost a great amount of position to the 44 of Daisy. Let's see if she can actually pass Squidward much faster than Trolling did. And potentially catch up and take the lead away here at Rockingham. She did gain some more on that lap, but now she's got the daunting task of actually passing Squidward. Ooh, she dives to the inside, passes him very easily. And now Gunn in the 47 trying to get around him as well, and he will. I don't know if she lost any momentum from that. She did gain it. She did lose a little bit, but she is still gaining. Let's go on board with the 44 for a lap. She did gain a little bit that time, but now Gunn is now trying to get that draft to get past Daisy. Raccoon just chilling now in 4th. BB now in 5th. DK in 6th. 7th is Amori Senior. 8th is Igus, and you've got a battle between 4 or 5. Yeah, 5 playoff cubes for position right here. Hubris has fallen back quite a bit, and so has No Maidens, and that allows the 2 and the 19 to get up here and battle for position. Doge Cube in the 00 also trying to fight for a spot in the top 10 as No Maidens, and the 31 is now the last cube in the top 10. Ooh, Hubris slows up No Maidens a little bit there. No Maidens trying to take a look on the inside, and he does. Hubris has won on a short track this year. She won at Dover in the closing laps, but No Maidens has also won in a short track, and so they're both familiar with how to win these kind of situations. And so is Sheepmobile back there, who's also gained a few spots since the start. He's now running 16th. He went at Nazareth, led every lap there, so he knows how to get it done. And every race on this, the first 2 rounds of this set of the playoffs are on short tracks. You've got this one, you've got the South Boston Showdown. Oh, we've got a message on the chat box. It's the 95 of McQueen with a problem. I guess that engine finally let go as he was falling back more and more, and he's now slow on the track, and ooh, he's got to get all the way around to try and get on pit road, so he's got a long way to go, but it looks like he's going to be able to make it to pit road. Oh my god, he almost hit the secondary pit road there. I believe that's the old pit road. I believe this track is a lot like Darlington, where it had a pit road on the backstretch. He's going to re-enter the track, though, but that's gonna work. How's that going to work out for trolling? Now he comes down the pit road. So McQueen with an engine issue, but now Gunn has passed Daisy and is catching up to trolling for the lead. 1.1 seconds back from our leader now. Both of these cubes looking for their first win of the season. Actually, all three of the top three looking for a win. Daisy and Gunn don't gain anything from getting a win this late in the season because the playoffs have already started. But trolling, oh, it's just McQueen out pit road. And does he retire from that? No, he does not. He's going to try and fix that damage with his engine. So he could tell something was sour. DK's fallen back a little bit. He gets passed by Omori Sr. and Igus. There's Cuban no maidens now. Hubris has actually fallen back quite a bit as of recent. She's now fallen back to 16th. She was just in the top 10. Maybe she's having some issues as well. But now Pecorine and Raceland. Pecorine started last. She's now in 14th. And now she's running with her teammate. As McQueen now comes off of pit road. And he's still in the race. So he's going to be multiple laps down though. But both Pecorine and Raceland having good runs so far in this race. Make sure to watch out for them later on as they are gaining quite a few spots. But you got 1, 2, 3, 4 cubes in the top 5 who have not won a race this season. With Donkey Kong or actually Donkey Kong included, that makes 5 out of the top 10. So maybe we could see an upset win here today that isn't a playoff cube. And by the way, if a non-playoff cube wins a race, that does not put them in the playoffs. That just shuts out an opportunity for a cube that is in the playoffs to make it to the next round. It sounds a little confusing at first, but you'll understand it once we get through these next few races, or these next 10. I don't exactly remember when the pit road cycle. I believe it's around lap 90. It's around 110 or 90. I don't exactly remember, but it's a long ways away. As we go through the laps here at the Rock. And the next race at South Boston should be a pretty short one. I did some testing on that track, and it was around 30 to 40 minutes, so that should be a pretty short stream. Although that race should be pretty fun. But now Gunn closing in on the 33 of trolling for the lead, and Daisy is right behind, looking to capitalize on it if those two have some problems with each other. BV now catching up to Raccoon for 4th. Amori Sr. of Iga seems to have distanced themselves from each other. Sanic has passed DK, is now moving up the field. But the big battle right here is for the lead, as Gunn is now right on the back bumper of the 33 of trolling for a position here. He goes down to the bottom, try and pass him. Side by side with trolling for the lead. Here comes Daisy around for 2nd. Now Daisy's going to try and go for the lead if she doesn't get hung up by the 33 here. Of a new leader for the first time today. It's the 47 of Gunn, looking for his first win this season, alongside Daisy and trolling. But Gunn has won in this series before. He won at Homestead in the finale of the original Season 2. Lapped everyone because of the pits road cycles and ended up winning the race, where Kofi ended up winning the championship, if you remember that one. Actually, that one wasn't uploaded, so it doesn't even matter. Daisy's actually got a really good run on Gunn here after turns 3 and 4. See if she can actually make the move here on the 47. Taking a dive. Trying to get that draft. Sedek now actually trying to catch up to Igus and pass her for 7th. He goes down to the bottom. And he might get a pretty clean pass. No, he will not. Igus will barely stay ahead of the 06 of Sanic. Which Cuban DK Battling out, there's no maidens in Meloetta. And now Hubris still struggling in 15th. But now Raceland, the 80, has passed Sheetmobile and Hubris. Peccary not too far behind either. Gets a pretty good run in turns 3 and 4. Ooh, I thought Meloetta was going up towards the wall. Oh, Meloetta's got a problem. Slides at the track. A tire is down the 7. That might cause a yellow, but oh, she might actually cause someone to crash if she's in the middle of the track like that. She's trying to get down on the apron. Oh, watch out, Shadow. Uh-oh. And everyone gets by. Oh, they might bull into each other though. Is the caution gonna come out? No, no yellow. At least I don't think so. No, no yellow for that. Thankfully, she was able to teleport on pit road with no issues whatsoever. But now Gunn trying to put Cole a lap down already. About 44 laps after that restart, and Cole's about to go a lap down. And now Meloetta with an issue now. Had a great run going, was running just outside the top 10. Now it has to pit with that tire problem, so issues for the 70 here. But now Gunn is starting to put some distance on Daisy. Ooh. Now Meloetta is off of pit road. And she will stay in the race, but also, again, multiple laps down, just like McQueen is. So unfortunate for that 70 team. Who tried to get into the playoffs even after a late start to the season. Had some pretty good runs, but now she's just exiting pit road. And now she's going to race side by side with our leader. She might go another lap down here, but she is on fresher tires, so she'll have a bit of an inherent advantage here. But this track eats up tires like nothing else, so we could see a sooner pit cycle than what we initially expected. Because Meloetta is way faster than Gunn right now. She might actually get the fastest lap here if she doesn't get caught up with Cole. Actually, she might. Yeah, she's going to get caught up behind Cole. These two wrecked each other at Kentucky on the last lap when there was a big wreck, and they were spinning out with each other while Cole was in the commentary booth. It was pretty funny to watch. And she did not get the fastest lap there, unfortunate. Our current fastest lap at the race is a 33 of trolling, 24.474. Noah Bainens actually has the second fastest lap. Pretty interesting to note. Oh, Fear actually hasn't completed a lap. So he doesn't have a fastest lap. I mean, he did complete a lap, but it didn't really count. As I think his pit box was right on the edge of the start-finish line. But now Gunn being caught up in lap traffic. Will this allow Daisy to try and get by him for the lead? Will this allow Trolling to get past Daisy for second, potentially back up front? As here comes Daisy on the bottom, trying to find an opportunity, but they're going to have to get through a lot of lap traffic here as Pac-Mobile with Melee Fox, all the cubes that were involved in that first wreck, so Retro and Squidward as well, all ahead of them now. And the O2 of Amori Jr. just having a fun time out there, even though he's not that fast. Cole holding off the 47 of Daisy. Could that allow his teammate to get to the lead as Daisy goes way to the bottom but cannot get there just yet? Ooh, Gunn shoves Cole way up the track, and now Daisy's just waiting for him to mess up, as now he's got to get past 4 more cubes to get to at least some semblance of clean air. As now Trolling has caught up to our leaders, and Raccoon might as well. Actually, Squidward is holding up this entire pack because he's way slower than all of them. And that's allowed Raccoon to catch up. Maybe Beavy will as well. So you could potentially have a 5-way battle for the lead if all the cards line up here. As Amori's Jr. now running the bottom, but it's going to be at the same pace as everyone else because they all can't get past Squidward. Now, so Retro is getting a bit of a run. Can the 08 make a move around the 10? As now Trolling and Daisy go to the outside lane, but that's not going to do them that much justice. He's trying to make something work, though. Oh, Daisy to the bottom, trying to take the lead away from Gunn, but she's got a battle with the lap traffic in front of her. She will lead her first lap of this race at lap 55. Now Trolling is going to go to second as Gunn is still stuck on the outside lane. Squidward holding him up. Sorry, I'm adjusting my seat there. Ooh, that's a little better. Now Gunn gets to the bottom lane successfully, so does Omori Sr., who is now a lap down. Now BB is getting stuck behind Melee Fox. Now Raccoon's going to try and pass BB. Now Stanek is in the mix as well in that 06. Now, everyone in the top 10 has gained significantly on the leaders since they started getting caught in this lap traffic. Sheepmobile is now in 11th, gaining more and more spots. This is a pretty average start in the race. Dragalia also is actually up to 14th, so she's been gaining spots as well since our little excursion with the wreck. Oh, problems! Trolling is involved! What happened to the 33? As the caution comes out again, he must have gotten spun out by lap traffic or something. But that's another lap. That's another playoff contender involved in a crash. Oh no, did he get hit by Gunn? Uh-oh. Oh, he's right on the bumper. I think Gunn might have turned him. We look away from the leaders from 1 second, and around he goes. Oh, into the into the barrels. That's not the first time he's hit the barrels this season, that's for sure. Oh, and DK, uh-oh. DK almost clipped Igus there. What happens to DK? Is he alright? Yeah, caution is out for the second time today. Another playoff driver involved in an accident here at the Rock. And that's definitely going to take Trolling and probably DK out of the race as well. So, ooh, Chow in the 96. Has he pitted yet? No, he is not. That's going to hold up Daisy, who's just ahead of Gunn. And Daisy will win the race off of pit road. DK and Trolling have both been eliminated from this race from crash damage. That's going to put Trolling in a huge gap of points before the South Boston race tomorrow night. Owen Goots has just retired as well. Another playoff contender. Actually, no, he's not a playoff contender. Never mind. He won a race, but he was not consistent enough to actually make the playoffs, and he just retired from an engine problem. Weird. Did he have a problem? When did he blow an engine? Let me see what happened to Goots. So it was on the cooldown lap of the green flag. He must have blew it when he was coming to pit road. $95, $70. I don't know. Wait, did he get into Dumb Cat? Oh, he just blew up coming to pit road. Wow, what a wacky start to this race as we're not even halfway in, and we've already had 4 cars eliminated from issues and more involved in crashes as well. But going to this restart, Daisy will be the leader, second will be Gunn, third will be Sanic, fourth will be Beavy, fifth is Raccoon, sixth is Igus, seventh is Sheepmobile. Next is Omori Jr. Oh, and the 46 of Bob the Builder with an engine problem. Another playoff contender with issues. And that looks terminal as well. And now Shadow is still on pit road. So he must have gotten damage on pit road. Oh my god. Rockingham is showing no mercy to these drivers today. This caution might actually have to be extended because he's going to have to wait a long time to get on pit road. Dumb Cat also on pit road as well. He must have gotten damage on pit road. Same with Shadow. Wow. We've already had 3 playoff contenders eliminated from issues, as that'll likely be terminal damage for the 46. And they'll likely extend the caution. No, they'll be going back to green. Ooh, this might actually get dicey. If he comes back up the track, then uh-oh, that could be bad, 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 bad. Dumb cat now coming off of pit road. Oh, don't run into him. Now Shadow comes off of pit road. Oh god. Oh god, we might actually see this. We might actually see the sport ender here, guys. We might actually see the sport ender. What's gonna happen on this restart? Santa goes way up the track. Santa hits the wall. I think I see him entering turn 3. Oh no. Where is he? Did he get on pit road? I think he did. Yeah, he is. Okay, good. He must have stopped. He must have gotten stuck on the banking. Oh, the yellow's out again. Oh, it's for the 34. Are you kidding me? Yeah, and the imposter just has a brake failure, I guess, on the restart and stops on the track. Yeah, right in front of the racer, who barely missed the playoffs. And this brings out the caution? Are you kidding me? All right. Pace car driver's like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? But we're under caution again for the 3rd time at lap 63 here at the Rock for imposter stopping on the track with a brake problem. I mean, if you can stop on the track, then it's definitely not a brake problem. Right? Like, I don't know. Maybe he's got low brake fluid, but you don't have to stop on the track for that. What a wild race so far, though. We've already had 3 playoff contenders, Fear, Trolling, and Bob the Builder, who won this regular season finale out of the race. It looks like some cubes are on pit road. Taking some half a can of fuel, getting some damage repair. Miku, Racelin, Hubris. Oh, Hubris is one of them too. Sheepmobile as well, also on pit road. So problems for some cubes that are running up front, including 2 playoff drivers. Oh, 3 playoff drivers. Jagali lost, Hubris and Sheepmobile all came down pit road. So I guess they're pitting for damage repair. So they must have gotten some issues on pit road. Looks like some lap cars are coming down too. This time by, those will be Melee Fox, Meloetta, and Cole. What a wild race we've had so far in this one. But when you go have a race like this, you gotta wonder who's gonna be next in a weird and wild race like this. But now, the regular season champion, Hubris, is now 24th. At the back of the pack, Sheepmobile fell back as well. McQueen, Shadow, Meloetta on pit road again. They were all a lap down. Squidward's a lap down. I don't know what Dragalios is doing up there. You never know with things like this on how many cautions you're going to have left. Because this track is very dicey. You can see the AI just like darting around, well, especially on the front stretch and the corner, especially on the front stretch. But like, I don't know. This is going to be a very dicey race. But now your top 5 is Daisy, then Gun, then Beavy, then Sanic, which is your highest running playoff driver now, then Raccoon, then a more senior, then Peckering, then Igus, then Eggdog, and Doge Cube runs out your top 10. Good run for the 18 of Peckering today, but with how many cautions we've had today, she might not be so lucky in the end. Who knows? She's been prone to being involved in accidents a bunch this year, so who knows? Only had 3 leaders so far this race. Fastest lap is still Trolling. Hasn't been beaten since. And then 92 of Melee Fox with an oil leak. He's not in the playoffs, but another mechanical failure. He might have to come to pit road. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Will he come to pit road this time by? Looks like he's not stepping out of line. No, he will not come to pit road, so he's going to be okay for now. We're back under green flag again here at Rockingham. Daisy leads, Gun second, BV third, Raccoon gets way up close towards the wall. Just like Sanic did on that last restart. Amori Sr. actually doing a pretty good job holding his line on the bottom. Same with So Retro and Packmobile. Sanic gets the first leader to get to the bottom lane first. He might actually take the lead here if Daisy doesn't do something about it. He's got help from Amori Sr. on the bottom. Pecorine also on the bottom as well. Daisy still has a bit of an advantage on the back straightaway onto Thunder Rally, but can she keep it? She's cleared the 06 now, and she dives to the bottom, but she's not clear just yet. There, but almost went 3 wide. Sanic goes up to the top, and here comes Amori Sr. for the lead. Side by side for the lead in turn number 1. As Amori Sr. gets a slight advantage into turns 1 and 2. He will get out front. He'll be our 4th different leader this race, but Daisy's coming back on the outside. But she's not going to have the advantage. Dumb Cat's going to slow her up, and here comes Pecorine in the 18, and Gun and BB making it 3 wide back there with Sanic. And now Melee Fox is on pit road. So trouble for the 92. Pecorine now running second in that 18 car, or 18 cube. And Melee Fox is now off. Oh! Melee Fox has been black flagged. That's why he came to pit road. So he's going to be having to come back onto pit road. So black flag is being displayed for the 92. He must have been speeding on pit road, so who knows? Or maybe he passed someone under the yellow, or before the start finish line. So he must have been black flagged for that. You don't see the AI get black flagged very often, so who knows what that was about. Pecorine and Daisy now trying to work together to try and get out front and pass Amori Sr. for the lead. And now Bob the Builder no longer serving or Melee Fox no longer serving the black flag, as he has served it after coming off the pit road. But Amori Sr.'s got 2 lap cars to buffer his part, as now Daisy goes to second, with BB now trying to go for third, Raccoon trying to go for fourth, as Pecorine stuck on the outside. Sanic, Doge Cube, Gun, Shadow, who's a lap down, and I guess an Egg Dog making some moves. But Amori Cube is no stranger to winning races this season. Won at Columbia in the photo finish there. Punch just took it into the playoffs. Now he's looking to get a win here today. Punch just took it to the round of 12. Packmobile's looking to get his lap back though. See if he can do it. Oh, but now Amori Sr.'s got to pass Amori Jr. He's got to regress some devious thoughts here. Oh man, look at this battle right here between a bunch of our leaders. Raccoon now moves to second, Sanic to third. Daisy makes a bold move to the inside. Now Sanic's going to try and go for second here. A big wad of lead lap cars and Shadow. He's just chilling here. He's just here to have fun. But they're 3 wide in turn 1 with Among Us, Gun, and Doge Cube. I guess a Sheepmobile battling it out for 10th and 11th. Still, Miku now running 13th after starting good in this race. Sans Club running 15th. Amori Sr. already getting out to a pretty good lead, now trying to pass his teammate, the 0-2 of Amori Sr. Amori Jr., I mean. Not even halfway through this race, and we're already 40 minutes in. Yeah. This is Rockingham for sure. But Amore Sr. doing what Trolling was doing earlier in this race and just pulling away with a great lead ahead of everyone else. He's hoping for a long green flag run so he can actually pass Trolling for the most laps led bonus and take those 5 bonus points away from the 33. A little bit of a train here for that second place spot. Sanic and Raccoon holding off Daisy, but now Daisy's to the inside trying to pass the 45 yet again. Making it 3 wide with So Retro on the outside. And Daisy will pull the tray, get the spot. Here comes Pecorine. Staying in 5th, but now Dogeku trying to hunt her down for that spot. I guess down to 9th, Miki to 10th. Oh no, Maiden slides way up the track. It's going to lose a bunch of momentum. BB actually lost a bunch of spots recently too. So Baby must have gotten caught up in some shenanigans back there. And Amore Sr. gets ahead of Junior and is now flying away with the lead here at the Rock. Sanic trying to find a way to get up front as fast as possible. He's the fastest thing alive after all, but he's got 2 hungry playoff cubes looking to battle for position, or actually 1 hungry playoff cube. 1 that is not in the playoffs, but 2 of them are in this shot. Actually 3 with Dogeku, but you know what I mean. Miku now back in the top 10. Nope, has passed the racer. Gun has actually fallen back quite a bit since this restart. Now riding against Eggdog in 20, having a pretty good run in that 20 car. Cuban running 15th, pretty good run for him as well. And Hubris has fallen back to 8, has gained a few spots since the restart. She's now running 18th, but her and Dragalia Lost have a little bit of ground to make up. And she is on a slightly different pit strategy than the rest of our leaders, so you can say she is a little bit on the strategic side for this race, for sure. Now Mori Cube is trying to pass the slow cube of Squidward to put him another lap down to, I believe now, 3 laps down? Yes. Sanic now looking to pass Dumb Cat, but he's also got to get past Pac-Mobile and Amori Jr. too. Jason now running 3rd. Dogecube now running 4th. Has passed Raccoon and Pecorine. Is now in the top 5. Here comes Pecorine on the inside of the 45 of Raccoon. Can she get past him for that 5th spot? No, she cannot, but she's going to be right there, battling with that 45 for that spot for a while. Shibabiel's actually made his way up to 7th. And Among Us has made his way up to 8th. And Miku now 9th past Igus. Squidward has been holding off Amori Sr. for a little bit, but he's going to swiftly get by the 10 and stay out front for a little while longer here at Rockingham. Sanic and Daisy have gotten past Dumb Cat, same with Dogekeep, and they're looking to get further up front. now we're starting to see a little bit of a calmer portion of the race, just like we did at the start for a little bit when Trolling was leading for that little bit of time out front all by himself. But we got a message. Whose it is? It's the 30th Sheepmobile with a problem. Another mechanical failure for the 30 that season is going to put him out of contention potentially. That looks like terminal engine damage and another playoff contender with an engine problem. And this is not what he needed. That reliability for him has been a problem all season. And now he's just looking to put those reliability problems under the belt. But problems for the Sheepmobile, who won at Nazareth late in the regular season to get himself into the playoffs. And yeah, he's done for the day. And problems with the 06 of Sanic too. A tire down. Another playoff contender with a problem. As Gunn and Igus almost made contact there. He was running in the second position. And a tire is down the 06. That's now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 playoff drivers of the 16 we have that have had issues in this race. That is unbelievable. 7 if you count Squirtward being involved in that first crash. That's absolutely mental. I have never, ever seen... I mean, Darlington this year was especially a playoffs problem, especially in the Cup Series. But here, I didn't expect Rockingham to be that big of an issue for our playoff contenders. But he's most likely going to be okay. It's now Sheepmobile out of the race with a clutch failure. And now Morris Sr. trying to get past the slow cube of McQueen. As Sheepmobile now on pit road. He's going to stay in the race. He's going to try and fix that damage. Or not Sheepmobile. Sanic is going to try and fix that damage. Daisy is now in second place. Followed by Doge Cube in third. Raccoon back in fourth. And Sanic will return to the track except multiple laps down. And now Hee Hee Ha on the 5 will be back in the top 10. Same with Gunn. And Peckering will be back in the top 5 after that. But she's going to fall to Among Us. And, well, Sanic's on better tires, so that makes sense why he's getting around her. But Among Us in that 53, he's been gaining a few spots since the start, so watch out for him later in this race. But Amori Cube's just way too far ahead of Daisy's right now to make much of a difference. But we are almost past halfway. We're getting real close to that halfway point. We're 50 minutes through this race and we were almost at halfway. That shows how long this race has been going on for so far. It's kind of wild to think about it. He's continuing to make gains on our leader right now. Daisy and Doge Cube still battling for that second place spot. Ooh, another thing on the chat box. It's the 5 of Hee Hee Ha, another playoffs contender with a problem. Where is he? He's probably in turn 2 by now. Yeah, he's on pit road. Wow, another playoffs contender with an issue. What is this race? It's like they're all it's like that. And I'm not making another Cars 2 reference. I've made way too many of those this season so far. It's just really unlucky at this moment, at this time at least. That is wild. That's 7 playoff drivers that have had issues now. And he's still on pit road. If the 2 has issues, I wouldn't be surprised because he's also a playoff contender. But, like, goodness gracious, this is getting ridiculous. When I've got only 1, 2, 3, 4 cubes in the top 10 that are in the playoffs. And now our regular season champion Hubris is back in the top 10 after the 5 had that issue. Now Jinx is back in the top 10 again. He started in lead row 3. He's made his way up quite a bit since the start of this one. Another thing. Oh, it's the final pit road. So he is going to fix, or attempt to fix, that damage that he's got. Daisy Doge Cube and Sanic trying to get around the slow cube of McQueen. Oh, another issue on the chat box. That was just 5 coming off the pit road. I'm going to have PTSD seeing this thing after this race now because Jesus. Issues all over the place. So far, we've had our longest green flag run of the race, so Maury Sr. needs 4 more laps here to pass Trolling for the most amount of laps led bonus. As the 5 now comes off the track, he is 5 laps down in 34th. So unlucky day for the 5. Uh-oh, not again. Oh, it's green flag pit stops time, I guess. The 11 is on pit road. 18 and Peckering's on pit road. Chow's on pit road. So yeah, green flag pit stops, I believe, are now underway. Oh, trouble in front of our leaders. Raccoon is around. He must have gotten spun on the back straightaway. Caution is out again, I believe. Yep, caution is out again as some of the cubes are coming down pit road. That might have screwed over a good run for the 18 of Peckering. But problems for the 45 as he goes around actually on the back straightaway, and the caution comes out for the 5th time today. We just got past halfway, and we are 55 minutes into this race. God, this is going to take forever. I did not think this race would take that long, but it looks like he must have gotten spun. Let's see what happened. He's running in 4th place. I think the 97. No, maybe it wasn't the. Oh, may have been the 97 that got into him. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, it was Daisy that shoved him into the 97. Oh, and Daisy went around as well. She got airborne. She managed to save it, but she's going to lose a lot of spots, and she's going to get some damage as well. So trouble between Raccoon, Daisy, and Pac-Mobile. All 3 of those are user-submitted cubes, so once their respective owners see the VOD, they're not going to be too happy with that wreck at all. Those cubes that already pitted are going to be at a bit of an advantage now, I believe, because they'll get their lap back and they won't have to, well, no. I think they actually did get screwed over there. But the, whoa, close there between the 4 and the 21. But our leader off of pit road will be the 2 once again. Dutch will come out 2nd. Wow, he was 17th, and now he came out 2nd. Wow. Wait a minute, the 53 was leading? Oh, they're still in the middle of green flag pit stop, so a lot of people still are having to come down. Or having to come down. Weird. Well, now the 2 is going to be the leader once again. Dutch will be 2nd. Among Us will be 3rd. Jinx will be 4th. Miku will be 5th. 6th is Gun, 7th is Daisy, then 8th is Hubris, 9th is August, 10th is Squid Games. And that makes 8 or 9 playoff drivers now that have had issues in this race. That's half. Half of them have had issues in this race. Unbelievable. I'll tell you the ones that haven't been involved. Sanic hasn't had an issue. Neither has the 2, or the 00, or the 07, or the 19, or the 01, or the 20, or the... Oh, actually, the 25 had an issue on pit road. No maintenance has not had a problem. Raccoon just got involved in that crash. Square was involved in the first crash. And that's it. Like 4 of them are out of the race. So it's been a very yikes race overall for playoff drivers. For normal ones, I'd say they've been doing pretty good. But we will be going back to green this time by Peckering is unfortunately going to be caught a lap down, but if we have another quick caution here, she might be able to get back on the lead lap and get back up to running in the top 10 as she was earlier. But tough break for the 18, who has had just the worst luck all season. Or some of the worst luck of this entire field. Back in Blair, 'cause I'm back in Blair. And the 2 will lead them to the green on this restart. Ooh, we actually did not get that great of a restart as Cube is right on his rear end there on the outside lane. And it looks like both of them are going to get clear of the 95, who is slowing up that inside lane. That's great for our leaders. We need to get away from the lap cars as soon as possible. Looks like all of them all the way up to Miku will get ahead of McQueen there. Actually, no. McQueen's still going to slow him down. Oh, battle for the lead here. Actually, Cube is taking the lead away from the 2 of them who are senior there. They actually must have gotten a really good run out of the corner. And he's not going to try and stay ahead of the 2 here. Cube will lead laps for the first time in this race. First time in a while he's led laps. And Among Us in the 53 now running second. Probably actually putting those new stats he got from the All-Star race to good use. He's got the 2 right on his bumper. Same with the 42 and the 72. Looking to get by him here. Gunn not running too far behind in 6th as Daisy has fallen back quite a bit since that restart. She's still in 7th, but now under fire from Eggdog and Racelin in that 80. I guess it's fallen back quite a bit too. She now falls back to 17th. Same thing with Hubris, so those 2 are having some issues for sure. Now Among Us trying to stay ahead of the 2, who's looking to get that lead back. Jinx and Miku battling it out for 4th place as Miku gets a little bit of a run to the inside. Let's see if she can keep it here. Now Among Us gets ahead of Chow with the 96. He's got all the clean air in the world to try and chase after the 00 of Cube. Is Peckering trying to stay on the lead lap, hoping for a caution here so she can get back up there and fight for more positions. The Doge Cube now running right up behind the 18 here. Trying to put her a lap down. Is she already a lap down? No, she's not. She is the last cube on the lead lap. Now Among Us is slowly catching up to that 00 here. Is now Raccoon back in the top 10 after being involved in that spin. Right behind Squid Games. And BV in the 66 not too far behind either. Ooh. Now our leader is starting to catch up to the 00 here. Trying to pass him with a little 70 laps to go, but still a decent chunk of this race left, even though we are past the halfway point now. Jr. making a run on the 53 for second. As now Doge Cube has all the clean air in the world to stay out front for now. Now for the lead. Amori Sr. trying to take the lead back away from the 00, and he will, but he's got the 53 with his draft right behind, looking for the lead for the first time today. Actually, Among Us has already led a lap, so he's got those 5 bonus points in the bag. So that means we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different leaders in this race, and Trolling still has the fastest lap. No one has beat that so far in this race. It's quite surprising. Jinx now running pretty good in 4th. Miku not too far behind in 5th. She can catch up if she wants to, but she's got to pass the 18 first, who is now a lap down, unfortunately, in 20th. But her teammate, Raceland, not doing too bad in 17th. And looks like Igus in the race, and the Racer not having too bad of a day either. He's running 12th. Ooh, problems. Chatbox 47 of Gun has a problem. Tire down the 47. Where is he on track? He's on the apron now. He's gonna stop. Will that bring out a yellow? Nope, doesn't look like it. And he'll get to pit road with no issues at all. But heartbreak for Gun, who's having a pretty good run in this race. Missed the playoffs earlier this season. He has led 14 laps in this race, and now he's got a tire problem. So another cube with a mechanical problem in this race. So far not looking too good. We're a senior now. Slightly ahead, the 53, trying to stay ahead of Among Us for the lead. If Among Us can get his first win of the season here, that is a points-paying race. That'd be pretty sick, honestly. Now it gets a bit of a distance ahead of the 53 here. Let me move this. Now Jinx actually trying to go for third on Doge Cube. There's a battle as old as time. Doggo versus cat. Who's going to be the real winner of this one? Uh-oh, the nut popped up. Oh, it's just gun on pit road. Or a gun actually surfacing his stop. And he will also stay in the race, so... Squidward, actually, oh yeah, he's slower, so it makes sense that he's slowing up. But he's going to slow up our leader, actually, right here. Squidward continuing to be the best blocker of the race for some reason. He's like a damn linebacker on a football defense squad. And he is just holding off the 2. Almost drives him onto the apron. Here comes the 53 looking to take advantage of that. Put him on the NFL and call him the next defensive prodigy. And here comes the 53 looking for the lead for the first time. Actually, second time today, but looking to stay out front for the first time today for a little while. Squidward still staying out ahead of the 2. He's now going to clear him once again. And the 53 looking for the best opportunity to try and pass the 2 here for that leading position. With coming up to 60 laps to go pretty soon here at Rockingham. And now Dojecube getting caught up in the mix as well. So is Jinx. In 5th, not about 3 seconds back is Miku, but she's pretty far back to make an impact as of now. Also, we have another yellow, which is not out of the question as of right now. Green flag pit stops could still be a thing. I just don't know when they'll happen. As most of them get past Squidward here, but let's see if Amori Sr. can actually stay ahead of Among Us. And it's now McQueen is the next one they have to get around in that 95. Probably marginally worse than blocking than Squidward is, so he's going to have to try a lot harder to let the 2 get past. Among Us now goes to the outside, but does McQueen go to the top? No, he will not. He's blocking both lanes. Oh, but Among Us messes up the corner. He's worse on the outside, but he's also dealing with a cube that's being blocked by a lap car. Dives to the outside lane. Here comes Squidward, who's somehow faster? I don't know. Amori Sr. now really getting impatient with these lap cubes. Now Doge Cube has been passed for 3rd. Now Among Us leads another lap in this race. And he's going to clear the 2 for the 2nd. Now he goes to the lead. The 53 is out front once again in this race, and this time he's going to keep it for now as the 2 still being held up by the 95. Uh-oh. The 28 of Cole has a tire down. Damage 0 on wheel 3, so he might not even have to come down pit road here, but another bad weekend for that 28 team continues as it's a bad luck race after bad luck race. It looks like he's going to stay on the track, so probably a vibration, which will probably extend his next pit stop by quite a bit. Amori Sr. is still being held up by the 95. Here comes Jinx looking to take away 2nd in that 42. Closest that cube ever came to victory was also where Amori Cube gained his first win of the season at Columbia. Doge Cube now falling back quite a bit. He's going to lose that place to Miku. And Gun, no, it's not Gun. Beefy is actually behind Miku. And Miku will now go to 4th as Doge Cube continues to lose more spots. Miku could be a dark horse to win this race later on if we have another yellow. As now both Amori Sr. and Jinx have gotten around McQueen. Let's see if these 2 can actually catch up to him now. Or catch up to our leader now. And I'm unfortunately going to have to close chat on my phone because the battery is dying on my phone. Scorpion now holding up Doge Cubes and causing to lose more spots to Raccoon, No Maidens, and potentially I guess who's right behind Blood Clot, trying to pass him for position, or not for position, just trying to pass him in general. Miku makes a great run on the outside, but it's not going to work because, well, that's the outside lane at Rockingham. It's not going to work. But now our top three have been separated a little bit. As now Jinx trying to hunt down Amori Sr. for that second place spot, potentially for the lead as Among Us. Now leading here. He can, if the 53 leads the rest of this race, he will be able to beat the 2 for the most laps led bonus, because we have 52 left in this race. He has led 8 so far. So he'd barely get it by about 4 or 5 laps, which would be pretty interesting to see. I believe we still have a round of pit stops left in this race, because this green flag run has lasted for quite a while, so who knows when pit stops are going to happen. But they are running about almost 2 seconds slower than they were at the start of this race, or by their fastest laps. So now catching up to the slow cube of Sanic. But Amori Cube is catching up here in 25.9. Among Us are at 26.4. So the 2 clearly one of the fastest cubes out here so far. Let's see how Among Us can deal with Sanic. Getting around him here. Just want to point out the most pit stops in this race so far has been to Cole, who has had 5 pit stops. Miku's actually had 3 pit stops, and she now runs. Or is that Miku? It is Miku. Miku has ran 3 pit stops today. Is running 5th. So she may actually have fresher tires than the rest of this field. She may actually be able to go for a little bit longer or a little bit shorter. So that might actually benefit her later in the end of this race. Typically, short pitting at a short track is definitely better than pitting late. Uh-oh. Problems for the 08 of So Retro. Tire problem for the 08. I think comes down pit road now. Running 26th. Wasn't doing all that good after being involved in that lap 1 crash. As he has a tire problem, he comes down to serve it. Pits for 1 can of fuel, so I think they might be getting close to the end of their reserves, although that could be a strategy play to only get 1 can of fuel there. Now the 08 comes off of pit road, 16-second pit stop for him. As we got paddle for the lead here between the 53 and the 2, as the 2 gets a very clean pass on the 53 there for the lead, and Amori Sr. is going to take the lead away and potentially thwart any chances of Among Us getting that laps led bonus here at Rockingham. Ooh, Among Us is actually coming on pit road, so that means pit stops may be beginning, and now Jinx is on pit road as well. So green flag pit stops now beginning to be underway here at Rockingham. Let's see if any of our other leaders come down. No, I think it's just those 2 for now. But a short pit strategy, would that end up working out for our leaders here? They're only taking 1 can of fuel, so it looks like they're trying to make it to just to the end on fuel, but they're taking 4 tires. Let's go with our pit road cam, see if we can spot anyone else coming down soon. Either that or that was a very unvaluable miscue on their part, potentially. But now Amori Cube will be the leader once again. BV will be second. No Maidens will be third. Or not no maidens. Miku will be third. Dragalia Lost will be fourth. Squid Games will be fifth. Oh, now Cole's coming down pit road again. And oh yeah, more people are coming down pit road. Raceland, Packmobile, No Maidens, Raccoon, Aegis. Yeah, here comes more of our leaders. So the green flag pit stop cycle is now underway. Squid Game's now on pit road. Looks like Hubris is trying to take the long way. Or trying to stretch it out on her tires. Oh, the 11 of Bloodclot just had an engine go boom. Oh, and he's smoking too. That might be a yellow. He is close to the track. Oh, look out. I guess, oh, makes a little contact with the 11. That might have to make her come down pit road again. Oh, and she gets turned by Doge Cube into the wall. Collects the 2 and the 97 and the 18. Cautions out again. Oh, Shadow almost got involved in that too. And another 2 more playoff cubes involved in incidents at this track. That's over half. That's at least 12 now that have had incidents in this race. That is wild. That might be the end of the Aegis' day. Same for Mori Cube, as he took a pretty big hit there. And that's our race leader involved in a crash. What a disaster of a race for the playoff contenders here at Rockingham. As Amori Senior now comes onto pit road to fix his damage. And that was under green flag pit stops too, so that's going to mess a lot of people up. I believe Dragalia Lost is still on the lead lap. Daisy's on the lead lap. Ooh, Sanic. Wow. I believe he did a fake out there. Raceland is also on the lead lap as well, so all the cubes coming down now will be on the lead lap once we come back to green, I believe. So Hubris is in potential to win now. Daisy actually led a lap there. So this might have changed our outlook of the winner, as now Moricube coming off of pit road. And Bloodclot has retired from the race. I believe Aegis is still on pit road, yeah, so she might be done as well. What a disaster of a race for our playoff contenders. So many of them involved in incidents in this race. As Aegis goes 3 laps down. The playoff picture is not going to be pretty for a lot of them this week, that's for sure. South Boston's probably not going to be that much different, even though it will be a pretty quick race overall. And we still have 38 laps to go, so here come all the cubes that have not pitted just yet. I actually have no idea who the leader is going to be. Oh, it's going to be the 25. But Dragalia Lost, that'll be the leader. So a win here for that team would lock her into the playoffs. Or lock her in for the next round. Morikube's going to be second, even though he still has that damage. So that damage from that wreck might slow him down. It looks like Aegis is going to stay in the race as well. Yep, she will stay in the race, but she will be slower. Dragalia Lost will lead her first lap of the race today. She is way back behind all these lap cubes. And then Daisy will be third. Raceland will be fourth. A big upset if the 80 were to win today. Then your regular season champion, Hubris, in fifth. Oh my god. Imposter is 15th right now after stopping on track. Shadow is 20th, I believe. Yeah, he is 20th. But your leader's all the way back here, and they've got a lot of lap traffic to pass. So that outside line actually might not. McQueen's actually going to hold up that outside line quite a bit. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in this race between our leaders. But another win this year would be, or an actual win this year would be great for Dragalia Lost, because they won that quote-unquote rain-shortened race at Phoenix. And she was pretty proficient on these short tracks. Almost won at Dover as well, but that one ended up going to Hubris. So maybe those two could duel it out at the end there too. And Daisy was up front there too, alongside Omori Jr. and Omori Sr. So it looks like we're seeing a bit of a repeat of Dover. Even this track is way more chaotic than Dover. Back to green at Rockingham, hopefully for the last time, as we've had way too many cautions than I'd expected to have. Squidward is holding up that outside lane, but who's going to dive at the bottom first? Jagaya Lost had a very bad corner there. Hubris trying to pass. Hubris is actually the first one to get to the bottom here. Oh, trouble in front of the leaders. Around goes the 16 of the Racer. Oh, and Hubris gets some damage as well. Hard in the wall goes the 80 of Racelin. Pagmobile is involved. Kubendorf, the Racer. Oh, and another crash and another caution. And it looks like Racelin's day is done. Her amazing run is completely done. Pagmobile is going to be done for the day. Absolute bloodbath of a race here at Rockingham. But that's how it normally is. But hey, we haven't had a flip yet. Wow. Absolutely wow. Racelin is done for the day immediately. But Omori Cube will be the leader. And Hubris was involved in that as well. She got a little damage, so she might have to come down pit road. But the real question is, how many cubes have not been involved in incidents at this race? Because at this rate, it's getting pretty silly. But no one now can challenge Omori Sr. for that most laps led bonus, as there's only 33 laps left in this race, and he has led 64, so he has locked up that 5-point bonus, which will be excellent for his playoffs advantage. So he is getting a very good playoffs race today, even if he does end up DNFing, which is entirely possible considering how crazy this race has been. Still, not as crazy as Martinsville. But Hubris has actually not come down pit road just yet. Don't think she plans on it too, so she's going to ride along with that damage. Same thing that Daisy did when she got damaged in that crash. Pagmobile is out with an ignition failure after being involved in that crash. I'm surprised it's not accident damage, but another DNF on the day. Ike's actually got her lap back, one of her lap backs. Actually, a lot of people got their lap backs, or their laps back under that yellow. But let's actually go back and see what happened to the racer to cause that yellow flag. It was on this restart. Oh, he got forced up by Kubendorf. That's probably where it happened. Well, it must have been in front of them. So Pacmobile must have gotten turned by... Oh, Chow. Oh, Chow got turned around. Into the racer, into Pacmobile. And Hubris gets some damage as well. Shadow actually had some really good avoidance there. But unfortunately, it was just too much for Pacmobile and Raceland to continue. There's still one more lap to go until we go back to green. Omori Sr. has been the dominant cube so far of the day. Even was involved in a wreck not too long ago, but he's still going. He's still kicking. And Trolling has been out of the race for 106 laps now, and no one has beat his lap time of 24.474. But now Daisy will fill in third. Hubris will fill in fourth. Then Jinx in fourth. Among Us in fifth. BB sixth. Raccoon seventh. Nomade eighth. Doge Cube 9th, Miku 10th. And one cube that has not been involved in a single incident today, Sands Club, running 13th. Potentially in queue for a top 10 if we have even more problems at this track. Still got 2 more races left in the season for the cubes that have been involved in problems to make it up at South Boston and at Nashville later in the next coming days. South Boston will be a pretty quick race, but Nashville is going to be a pretty decently lengthy race. Oh, Hubert's got a really bad restart there. She might actually be damaged. She's holding up the leader. What is the pace car doing? I saw the pace car coming down pit road, but Hubert's is definitely very slow after being involved. Right, she got a really, really bad restart. She might actually have a problem. As now Jinx goes to the bottom and almost causes a wreck. Almost went 4 wide with BV and Raceland in the 80. Or Peckering in the 18. But Hubris definitely has a problem. She is slowing down big time for sure. She's going to lose a lot of spots here. But Daisy is now the leader. She has passed Omori Sr. for the lead. Trying to win her first race this season here at the Rock. A track I literally just saw today, like I mentioned at the start of the race. I passed by it on my way to do an errand. I took a picture of it, and if you're in the CGB Discord, you've definitely seen it. But now Omori Sr. charging back, trying to take that lead away from Daisy, but Daisy trying to block him here. Still got 29 laps to go. A little bit of a ways to go here. Oh yeah, Hubris has definitely got a problem. She is slowing up big time. So problems for our points leader. She might actually lose a lap before the end of this race at this rate if she continues to go that slow. That's what happens when you try to ride it out without damage. I've honestly lost count of how many cautions we've had in this race. But it's been a lot. Omori Sr. gained a little bit that time off of the corner. Trying to take the lock himself into the next round after so many playoff drivers have had incidents today. One playoff driver that has been pretty incident-free is Eggdog. He's running 9th. Was considered a dark horse favorite to go into this playoff round. He's looking to make a statement with the top 10. Definitely one of the best performing of the playoff cubes today, other than Doge Cube, Dragalia Lost, and Raccoon all running in the top 10. But Dragalia Lost and Doge Cube have been, or Dragalia Lost and Raccoon have been involved in wrecks today, and they're still running in the top 10. So, both Daisy and Omori Sr. go high there. Daisy just trying to do the best she can, stay out front for as long as she can do, and win here at the Rock. But Omori Sr. looking to the bottom, but he's got no momentum. He loses the draft. And now Daisy stays ahead for just a little bit longer, but this is how she lost the race at New Hampshire. Or it was not New Hampshire, it was another race, but this is how she lost it at Watkins Glen. She stayed out front for way too long, and her tires were much weaker than everyone else's, and she ended up losing the race to Squidward and Lightning McQueen. She finished 3rd that day at Watkins Glen, but now she's looking to win here at Rockingham. She's going to hold off on Omori Sr., the fastest cube on the track, for the rest of the race. Let's see if she can do it. She actually ran a faster lap than the two there. Third place is now Jinx in the 42, past Doge Cube. 5th is Miku. 6th is BV. 7th is Dragalia Lost. 8th is Raccoon. 9th is Eggdog. And 10th is Squid Games. But a win for Daisy would be huge for her team. Has been very unlucky all season with trying to get wins. For Daisy especially, has had just the worst luck with getting wins this season. Her teammate Cole has not had the best of seasons. Actually, Cole has actually been having a pretty good resurgence in terms of top 10s lately. Definitely not today, though, as he is running 28th. 28 running 28th. How about that? But Daisy just trying to hold off a Morikube for just a few more laps. 20 laps to be exact, here at the Rock. I'm the Rock Johnson. Oh, Morikube got an amazing run out turns 3 and 4. Taking a bit of a peek across the start-finish line. Had a much faster lap than Daisy did there. Now potentially catching up on Gunn. Chow actually if Chow wasn't a lap down, he'd probably be a contender for the lead because he's been fast all day. Just hasn't been able to get up front. Unfortunately, probably got caught up in being involved in pit stop problems, which is why he's a lap down. But he's running 15th right now. Good run for that 96 today. The hubris has definitely fallen back quite a bit. He's now running with Pecorine, now running 14th. Daisy just needs 17 more clean laps this time by to get the win here at Rockingham. Can she do it? Can she take it away from Morikube, who has been so dominant in this race? Not really dominant. I mean, 67 out of 197 is a bunch, but we've had a lot of leaders today. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and more than that of the amount of caution. But Omori Sr. has a great run in turns 3 and 4. Side by side with Daisy for the lead and passes her very cleanly in turn 4, and he's going to take away the lead once again. Let's see if Daisy can actually get back to him and take the lead away. She takes the high line there, the middle line. Actually makes it work a little bit. But she's going to have to stop running that middle lane if she wants to get up front and take the lead away. This is what I was talking about. Daisy, oh yeah. She lost a lot of momentum in turns 3 and 4 that she keeps running the middle line. And that's exactly what she needs to not do to catch up to the two. But he's got a while to go until he catches up to lap traffic. Daisy needs a caution here so that she can actually catch up to him, but maybe she can do it on pace. But she's just running way worse lines than the 2 is right now. But she gets a great run, turn 3, slides up the track a little bit, catches up a little bit out of 4, gains a little bit of momentum. She did gain a little bit that lap, ran a much faster lap, ran about a tenth faster than the 2 did. Looking to try and pass her here. We're trying to pass him here. Who gains a lot of momentum in 3, dives to the bottom, trying to take away here, do the same crossover move that the 2 did, but she won't get it this time. I'm gonna try and ping Cole and tell him that Daisy's battling for the win. Morikube ran a slightly faster lap than Daisy did there, but she is a little bit better in turn 3, but worse in turn 4. They seem to be equal in turns 1 and 2. Trying to get as much momentum as she can. The 2 has been the fastest cube pretty much all day, but Daisy can just try and get as much momentum as she can. She seems to be better in 1 and 2. Actually, yeah, like I said, they're equal, but now they're catching up to Igus, who is slowing up the 5 Hee Hee Ha after she was involved in that wreck. Gunn now gets by the 19. Oh, and here comes lap traffic. How is this going to affect the leaders as the 19 slides up the middle? And she's going to... No, Igus is not going to block the leader. She's going to move out of the way politely. Going to let him on by. But now they're catching up to the 5 and the 47 with 10 to go this time by. How is the 5 and the 47 going to affect the battle for the win? As Daisy's now 3 car lengths behind, but she's now going to try and get some momentum here to try and pass the 2 for the lead. Hee Hee Ha is just slightly slower than Omori Sr. was, which is probably make it hard for him to pass the 5 as he tries to take the middle lane, but that's not going to work out. Now Daisy has a great run out of turn 2. She's going to try and take a look in 3. No, she will not try and take a look. But she's right there on the back bumper once again. Gets a good run out of 4. Is going to stay on the bumper again. 8 to go this time by. 8 to go is not a lot here at Rockingham, as this is a 1-mile track, so... Oh, she's taking a look to the inside. Will she do the dive bomb? No, she will not, but the 5 slows up quite a bit in the corner as he tries to pass Gunn. Which lane will the 2 take? Will he try and thread the needle? He will try and stay at the bottom. And if he stays in the bottom, will the 44 be able to catch up and try and pass him here? Now Gunn is the cube that the 2 needs to pass. As Gunn now goes to the outside lane, but is still battling with the 5 as he goes way up the track, and he's going to lose a spot, and he's going to go a lap down once again to the 2, and as Daisy slides up the track a little bit. But the 2 has a really bad corner exit, and now Daisy's right on the back bumper again. Oh, but she takes the high line. That is not a wise move, but maybe it is. She gets some draft off of the 47 of Gunn. Is she going to try and go 3 wide? They're side by side on the back straightaway. And now McQueen is now trying to could potentially hold them up. But now McQueen is now going to move out of the way of our leaders. 5 to go. Daisy really needs a slow cube like Hubris or Peckering to slow down the 2 to allow her to get past. She's having a really hard time passing the 2 to get out front, but she's right on the back bumper again with 3 lap cars in front. This is just like how it was last week when Donkey Kong was battling Bob the Builder for the win. Lap traffic. But here comes Daisy on the bottom. Oh, she tries to take a look, but she can't get there. And she might have some help from Gunn, though, as Hee Haw is now slowing up the 2. She needs to get a look here in the bottom. And now Gunn is trying to mess up Daisy for the lead as Daisy goes up the track, way up the track. That might be it. Oh, she loses a lot of momentum there. But now Maury Sr. has to deal with the 5. Oh, she's now 3 wide with Hubris and... Oh, yeah, it might be over. I think that just ended Daisy's chance to win. As now she falls right behind Hubris. But now Maury Sr. has to deal with the 5. We've seen how hectic it can get, especially here in turn 3. Yeah, she's running that top line. I think it might be over for the 44. But now she's down back to the bottom, right behind Hubris. 2 laps to go. Oh, the 5 is slowing down the 2 quite a bit, but Daisy needs to pass both the Gunn and Hubris to get to the lead. Is she going to have an absolute baller of a run at the end here? Maybe not. Squidward now goes to the top. He's been one of the slowest cubes all day since his crash. White flag, last lap here at Rockingham. 1 lap to go for the 2 of Amori Sr. to try and win here at Rockingham. Can the 5 slow him down enough so that Daisy can get up front? I don't think Daisy has a chance now, as she's got 2 lap cubes in front that are slowing her down equally as much. And now, coming out of turn 4 for the final time, he led the most laps this race. He's going to win and lock himself into the round of 12. Omori Cube wins at Rockingham, and the 95 blows an engine on the last lap. And McQueen is just going to finish the race in pit road. As a wild and a hugely bad race for playoff drivers ends today, with the playoff driver winning it all. And now we look at our top 10. Omori Cube wins. Daisy once again gets 2nd. Jagalia Lost gets 3rd. Great run for her. Doge Cube gets 4th. Beefy gets 5th. Eggdog 6th. Squid Game 7th. Miku 8th. 9th is Jinx. Then 10th is Raccoon. So some playoff drivers managed to salvage it. A good finish today. But now 1, 2, 3, 4 DNF'd. And 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe that's 5 with Among Us. 5 of them were a lap down and more involved in incidents. So a very bloodthirsty race here at Rockingham. But tomorrow we have the race at South Boston Speedway. Should be a lot shorter than what we've had today, that's for sure. But thank y'all for tuning in here today. And we will be back tomorrow for the South Boston Showdown. And thank you all for watching, and good night.